Greetings, Poopy. Thank you so much for joining today's Medicine Soul. So, we're going to work on opening and awakening Great Bird of Prana. This is a rather poetic but very apt way of speak about subtle energy. You may have heard the word chi, vitality, life force energy. It's the thing that puts the sparkle in our eye and the spring in our steps. And the more vitality we have in our bodies, as well as our minds, in our spirits, the stronger our immune systems, the more creativity flows through us, and the more content we are. And we're able to really put our health in our own hands, which is a wonderful thing to do. So, we always, in my sessions, anyways, I believe so much in the power, the healing power, the alchemical power of the breath. So let's begin by saying hello to the breath, because the breath is one of the major carriers of prana, this vital energy force. Take a moment wherever you are, sitting, if you're sitting, standing, if you're standing, and plant your feet. And take a moment to look at your feet. Look at your feet, wiggle your toes, smile at your fabulous feet, and feel them touching the surface that they're resting on. Hmm. And if you're sitting, do the same with your sit bones. You can look down at your hips and appreciate their shape, their power, and wiggle a little bit so you're aware of what it feels like to sit on both sitting bones. So now we've got a good foundation, and we're always drawing on the big energy of the earth to support us from below. And we also have the big energy of the sky and the heavens to suspend us and uplift us from above. So now we have this beautiful foundation. Let's tap a little bit all over the head, the crown of the head, lovingly saying hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever time you're engaging here, and waking up the feeling, the sensations, and then rest the hands and let the center of the top of your head float up like a helium balloon, or the way that smoke rises from a stick of incense. Just feel that your spine is, with ease, is elongating, and you are stretched in your physical body between heaven and earth. Take a nice inhalation through your nose and let out a comfortable sigh. Any sound, any length that is right for you. And again, inhale through the nose. Take the time to allow your body to fill the way your body wants. And exhale. And one more time, inhale through the nose, gently, smoothly, letting the belly fill, letting the whole chest fill, the back fill. And one more. Release, 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 release. Continue breathing gently, smoothly. Nothing else matters right now. Just the fact that you're connected to the earth and the sky, and that you're gently witnessing your breath. Expanding. When you fill, your body fills and expands. Your body shrinks a little bit in size, not in height. So volume expands as you inhale, volume shrinks as you exhale, or condenses. Volume expands, volume concentrates. So let's place the hands on the chest and feel that wherever we place our hands over the next couple of minutes, this is the area we're highlighting. So feel whatever you can expanding into the upper chest and gently concentrating, relaxing as you exhale. Let's do one more. And feel that. I'm going to stand up for the next one. You don't have to, but I just want you to see. We're going to rest our folded hands somewhere comfortably over our belly. And we're tall. We're connected to the sky above, earth below. And inhale, now the belly. The placement of the hands directs the attention. And the belly gently relaxes and flows in as we exhale. Belly gently expands with the filling. And be relaxed as you do this. It's very subtle. And if we think we're doing it wrong, that little bit of mental tension really interrupts the flow of our prana, of that great bird of energy. Now let's take the hands somewhere to the back, comfortably. Could be back of the waist, could be the sacrum, could be up a little higher to the base of the ribs. It's up to you and what your body feels comfortable doing. And we can round the upper back here a bit. And here, once again, wherever our hands are, this is where we are drawing the breath. Imagine your t-shirt stretching and spreading in your back body as you inhale, and that area relaxes as you exhale. This is a very wonderful place to meet and incarnate. And to finish, we'll place our hands on the side ribs, can be palms, can be backs of hands, again, whatever is comfortable, because we just want the hands as little markers. So as we inhale, see if you can spread the wings of your ribs. Think of the large chest that every bird has, no matter how small, how big. That chest capacity and the lung capacity to support those wings is remarkable. Mm. And now continue seated. If you're still seated, fold your hands over your belly and for a few moments collect all of those areas together. So as we inhale, we're thinking, feeling the chest, the belly, the back, the side ribs, all of those places together expand. And all of those places together condense gently inwards. And before we leave the chair, I'll sit down again. If you've already stood up, just be comfortable where you are. We're going to do a little bit of awakening for the wrists. We want to get a nice feeling of movement potential, freedom at this wrist joint. So let's begin by pulling the palm back so that we get a good extension of the wrist. If you just do the fingers, you'll get more finger extension, but we want to press the palm so that we get the stretch in the wrist. Push the hand out to straighten the elbow if you want. And just take a few calm breaths. We don't want to tense anything up. So soften if that was too much. I think it's more important to stay relaxed and present, but that's just my opinion. And then let's do the same, pressing the back of the palm in the opposite direction, and you'll feel a stretch on the other side. And then let's just circle that wrist, play with the fingers a bit, shake it out even, play in the air, and take a moment and see how your two hands feel. And move initiating from the wrists and see if one hand is more creative or more awakened than the other. It doesn't take much to bring the connections, all the energetic connections into the body. So now let's take a breath in, press the palm towards the forearm of the other hand. So we're getting a stretch in the wrist. Remember, don't overdo the fingers. You could miss the wrist, which is today's highlight. And calm, smooth breathing in all of those places we felt. And some time pressing the wrist in the opposite direction. Nice and comfortable. You want to feel sensation and still stay very relaxed. You could talk, you could sing. You're certainly able to breathe. And let's release, play with that hand, shake it out a little bit to release, and play with all the fingers, do a few wrist circles, and see how that feels. Okay. Now we're going to come and stand up. You can continue seated if you'd prefer, of course, but it's also nice in any of these sessions if you're able to stand up because it's another experience to stand fully in the body. So take a moment if you're standing, feel your feet, feel your tailbone dropping, knees are a little bit soft, and feel that wonderful lift up to the sky. So you're really suspended from above as well as supported from below. Let's inhale one shoulder up today, really up, and exhale, let it slide down. Inhale, lift the other shoulder way up. Maybe you'll feel a stretch on the side body. Exhale down, suspended through the crown. Inhale, way up. Even if it curves your body, let natural, spontaneous movements occur. Extra breath comes in there. We'll do one more each side. Oh, nice big stretch. And last one. Okay, now we're going to work with the elbow. So what happens with the elbow is we need to rotate the fingers back a little bit. So we're lifting the outside of the elbow up. The shoulder has also rolled in a bit. So if you take your elbow out to the side and lift it up on an inhale, let that fall down. Rotate your inner elbow into the body so the outer elbow can lift up, and that'll probably end up a little bit in front and lower down. Rotate the palm back. Inhale the elbow and lower down. Rotate the arm. Inhale the elbow and reach it out, away, and lower down. One more time. Rotate the hand around. Inhale, reach the elbow far away. It might take your body a little bit in that direction. That's what we want. And last one, rotate the arm and lift and reach the elbow out. So you may have noticed shoulders are closer, elbow going a little further. We've woken up the wrists. So now we're moving further away from the center of the body. Press the back of the wrist as far out as you can and follow it. And exhale, let it soften. Inhale, reach with the back of the wrist. We're playing with different places to initiate from. So we're getting further away from the center of the body. We're making our wings longer and longer. And one more time, pressing out with the back of the wrist. And notice how different each one of these movements are. Let's shake out a little bit and just press, tap the tips of pads of your fingers, because we're going to do one more, and this will be the furthest or the most distal from the core of the body. We're going to reach out into the air with our finger feathers. So on the inhale, the fingertips reach and you stretch, and maybe your eyes and face want to follow. And exhale, let's bend the knees. And inhale, the fingertips carry you. Different moving from the center of the body close to the core, and different moving from the furthest extremities. Inhale, chest is opening. And we'll do one more set before we put this all together. Keep feeling into the body part that's initiating. Fingertips and tips of thumb. And now just play with your arms a little bit. So we've done all the components. So bring them with you. Don't suddenly turn your mind off and go, oh, the next thing doesn't make sense, because everything is already in your body. Start with your favorite arm, whichever one that is. Lift the shoulder, then press the elbow out, then reach with the back of the wrist and let the fingers finish. And as you exhale, you let that arm float down. Inhale, lift the shoulder, then the elbow, then the back of the wrist and the fingers, and you release. Inhale, shoulder, back of the elbow, outside of the wrist, fingers, and softly release. Last one. Inhale, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers, and exhale, release. Now we're going to work with both arms at the same time. Similar idea. The knees are softly bent. Inhale, open the shoulders. So you want to feel as though there's a puff of air that opens up under your armpits. Then the elbows follow, then the wrists, and then the fingers. And as you exhale, the palms and fingers feel the air, and you sink your knees a little bit. Inhale, it starts from the shoulders, armpits, elbows, wrists, fingers. And then you just let it release down. Now, see if you can feel the air and the energy around you. Inhale, armpits and shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers. The legs are straightening as you fill with prana and energy. And exhale, relaxing. Inhale, the legs are filling as the armpits and shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers expand and the fingers float down. Let's do one more. Inhale, armpits and shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers, and pull the energy in. Pull the wrists in, pull the elbows in, pull the knees in. And exhale, press the earth with your feet and push mountains with your hands and the sky with your head. Stand here and breathe. You are at your fullest. Imagine that your energy extends beyond the outside of your body and really pressing out with the wrists. And now on an inhalation, soften everything and bow to the earth and collect her energy with your palms. Cross your forearms as you exhale and carry this energy to your precious lungs. Take an inhalation, filling the lungs, bending the knees, and exhale, release anything you don't need. Inhale, catch the sky, and exhale, paint like a bird in slow motion. Giant, noble bird. Let's do that again. Inhale, shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers. You're at your full height. Let's exhale, pull in. And inhale, keep pulling in. You're actually collecting energy like a big cat about to jump. And exhale, you soar. You press off against the earth. You press the sides. You reach through the crown. And then on an inhalation, you soften and you receive the earth. And exhale, you bring those gifts into your heart and lungs. Take another inhale, absorbing, bend the knees. Exhale, release what you don't need up to the sky. Bend the knees. Inhale, gather, breathe in the sky. Exhale, turn the palms away and paint a giant rainbow of healing prana and light all the way around. We'll do one more of those. Exhale, collect the energy. Inhale, shoulders and armpits, moving from the center out, expanding and receiving. Exhale and start to collect. Pull everything in. Take an inhalation, you're collecting more. The more you draw in, the more you can press out. And then on the exhale, you push the earth, you push the sky, you push the sides, and then you soften and inhale. Lovingly, you receive from the earth. Exhale, you bring her nourishing gifts to feed your lungs, your heart, your breath. Take a big breath in, exhaling, you're bending your knees and releasing. On an inhalation, receive the sky like a blessing. And this time, bring the palms together, step the feet together, and exhale, bring all of that beautiful energy to rest in front of the heart center. And smile, feel yourself supported by earth, connected to sky. Breath is full, receiving prana. The freedom of a bird able to fly, that's the freedom of prana. And then bring this blessing down, your prayer hands, turn fingers down, and then finally fold your hands lightly over your low belly. Stay connected to sky above and earth below. And smile. And imagine that you're wafted by the softest, most refreshing breeze. You're so centered, you're connected to earth and sky on that sacred perpendicular. And at the same time, any little movement of the air you receive with suppleness and resiliency. You don't crack or break or try to push against. You stay centered, unmoved on the inside, but responsive to what's happening around you. And gently allow this to come to a natural close so that you taste the beautiful stillness that is not frozen. Soft smile, generous breath in all dimensions, knowing that prana is also drawn in with your mind and your intention as well as your breath. And the movements can help a lot too. And I wish you a prana-filled rest of your day. If you're getting ready to sleep, then may you have a very restful prana-filled sleep. And please join me again tomorrow. And if you have any comments or questions, or even things that you would like me to address in these little movement medicine morsels, I'm very, very happy to serve. Blessings.